Fingers crossed it's working. Oh. Good morning, afternoon and evening, my crazies. My name's Angela. I'm the Crazy Poppy Lady and welcome to today's live. That's right, I'm doing a live. I must be back crazy. Now, fingers crossed this is working and streaming. I'm just going to have a look and see, because hey, we all know what I'm like. I normally end up pushing the buttons at the wrong time and all the rest of it. So, is it working? Am I going to be talking to myself? I don't need to check. Silver Wings has sneaked away in and saying, howdy, hi darling, how are you doing? What are you up to? And are you creating or chilling today? I've been going a bit back crazy this week with Aragurumi actually. So I told you guys, didn't I, that I was making a snowman pattern, and the pattern for later on, if you're visiting, will be in the I button up here. There will be a link over to a new playlist that I've started creating, which is called Tried and Tested Other Creators Patterns, and that's where I'm sticking all of the patterns that I've tried in the past. So if I ever discuss one during a live, I can just refer you to that playlist or at least I can scoot in and have a look and then get you the links. Sorry, I was just reading your comment, Wings. I'll read it again in a second. So at the moment, what I'm doing is I am playing with a snowman pattern. I have got no chance of pronouncing the name of this pattern though, because it's foreign. It's that simple. It's foreign. Sorry, I'm just jumping up onto my own playlist so I can copy and paste it and stick it in the chat for you guys. Yeah, but it's a really cute pattern, and it is also subtitled. Oh god, too many buttons to push. As long as I don't kick us all off this live, we'll be fine. Right, let's just quickly see. Silver Wings is saying that she is okay. How am I? She's in the garden and she's doing, doing the patio by themselves, so it's fun. You're putting a patio together. Are we talking a tiled one, or are you playing with wood? No, you'd have called that decking, wouldn't you? Oh god, I tell you what, I need decking at the moment. I need my brain to be put in the right spot. Silver's also saying that a crochet had been lost a little. Oh no, I hate it when that happens. Have you found a pattern that's sparked your interest again, darling? Hey, welcome in, Handmaid. She's saying hello, everybody. Kath's in as well with a hello. Aussie Sandy, what time is it there? Oh, is it over there? What are we looking at? Are we minus? I do my clocks differently. I go -1 or -3 and then flip it round. Whereas in fact it should be plus, what is it? +11 or +9. I get so confused. What time is it over there? It's got to be close to bedtime for you. She's saying, hello dear, hoping I am doing well. I'm doing fine, babes. Hopefully you're doing okay as well. What? Kath's saying apparently you can't text when in the ads anymore. Oh, that is flipping ridiculous. We always put in, I'll be there in a second, don't we? That is just so unfair. I just got flashing hearts come up on my chat. That is really strange. Kath is saying that she hears you, Silver. She she hasn't lost it, but it's really low at the moment. I think on her, she's talking about her crochet there. Yeah, I'm pretty much I've been the same. I've stuck to a project for too long and it was really doing my head in. But of course I can't tell you about that one because it's something for July. Oh my word, hello Audibly Crafty, welcome in darling. She's saying hello everybody. Hello to Alice and hello to Kath. She's using proper names. That's going to completely confuse me. But you're right, Kim, don't panic. And Kim's saying, sorry, not Kim, Kath is saying hi to Kim. That's going to confluge me. Okay, right, let's, oh God, I've got my mic sitting in the wrong spot. I have to duck every time I want to close a page. Right, okay, so let's find the pattern links for the item I was going to tell you about, or the item that I've actually finished now. Well, sort of. You'll understand what I mean in a minute. Where are you? This is bad. I've already got over 30 items in this playlist. Here we go. Where we gone? Copy that one there. Alright, so that's ready and going for you guys. Now I've got to find the right button again. I'll tell you what, I haven't done this for so long. I'm so out of practice. Okay, so I'm just popping in the link now, and this is to an amigurumi pattern. Mine's no way as good as the creators, because I can never get things to go the way I want them to. Oh, drop down. There we go. Right, you ready? Here he is. Yes, I've started on snowmen already. I've done this pattern a good few times now. I started off with a 3.5mm hook and a DK 3-way 8-ply yarn. Oh, I did good. And that were my very first ones, and I did them way back when I hadn't been crocheting for that long, sort of under 6 months, easy. And I made a load of little ones, and they all sat on the top of my mantelpiece, and they looked demonic because I could not get the faces correct. So we used them for Halloween the following year. And then I made some more. And by this point, I'd sorted out my tension so that I wasn't pulling too tightly on my crochet hook. And what was it? Yeah, so they distract me, Kath. That's what I do. Okay, sorry. I will jump back to comments in a second. Kath has said, so what do these emojis on the right side of the screen do? I haven't been in chat for so long. They distract me. They draw my attention back to the comments section. I don't know if they're showing up for everybody, but for me, if there's hearts or something that you're using, they bounce up and they come across the chat. Right, so yeah, the second year I made another load, and they didn't look half as demonic. They looked pretty good. Well, this year I decided I wanted to upscale them. You guys are being toe-ragged, you're all doing it now. Yeah, I wanted to upscale and use him as a doorstop. So I grabbed some Aran weight yarn. Okay, so that's Aran is a 4 in the US and a 10 in Australia. But I doubled up, so I was running 2 strands on a 5mm hook, I think it was. I'll have to double check, but and that's how this guy was made. But I finished him, and I still had quite a lot of the yarn left. Now I'm trying to use it up because it's the Aldi one, which is mixed with has got a 20% wool in, and wool makes it a bit itchy and my nose starts scratching, which it's already started doing because I've been breathing it in. So I'm trying to get all that used so I've got some room for other yarn. So let's stick him up there, right? But yeah, I went a bit crazy, and my doorstop, he's too small. So I trebled up on the yarn. Okay. He ain't got his legs on because he's still not big enough. So I made an extra bit. And the plan is to actually fill the bottom of him with rocks. I've got some little pebbles, so I'm going to put a little bag of pebbles in the bottom. So when he's finally put together, he will look like this somehow. He will look a lot neater, don't get me wrong. He'll look neater, he'll look nicer, and he'll be a bit more elongated on the body. And I've done a little a loop so that when I sew the button on, that can actually hold his legs on. But I'm going to leave it so that some of it is open so that I can get the bag out for if I have to wash it. That's the plan. Whether I decide I like it when I attack it all together, I really don't know. But I plan to, that's what I plan to do. And if it doesn't work, you'll find out on Sunday. Because it will just mean I'll make another one off of these legs. Although the pattern starts from the top and works its way down, I should be able to reverse it so that I can do it the other way around. So yeah, that's him. Right, let's get back to your comments, because you guys have been bouncing up and I've seen a couple of new faces pop in. Right, where are we? Right, okay, where are we? Crikey, I've got quite a way to go back. Done that one, done that one. Aussie Sandy is saying hi dear, hoping you're well. I remember that one. Can't get through the text here. Crafty Chats, Kath is in. Yeah, Kath is in. She's saying, hey Poppy, hey all. Aussie Sandy says it's 10:04 p.m. She's nearly ready for bed, but she thought she would say hello. Hello. Yeah, I did think it was getting on late. So what are we on? -3 on my clock. And a fool to be crafty is saying hello to everybody. Hi to Alice and Kath. Alice and Kath are saying hello. Crafty is saying hi Kath, long time no chat. Yeah, I messaged her and said, wait woman, I'm going live, get your tush over. Zara is saying hello everybody. I hope I have said your name correctly. I know me, I've probably trashed it. I will try again. If it's wrong, can you do it as it sounds? Can you write it out as it sounds? And I will try and remember to pronounce it that way. Okay, so Kim is saying she's getting 7 ready for school, and Monday is his last pre-K day. He is so excited for kindergarten next year. Oh, that's gone far too quickly, Kim. When's the next one, Joe? Oh, I'm an evil wench, and Crafty is saying YouTube is constantly changing. Yes, it is. They've put a couple of new things in that I didn't even know existed. So because I haven't been on a live for quite a while, so yeah, there's a couple of things I've seen that are a little bit different. But I'm not sure if it's running it through YouTube that's the difference, or whether it's running it through the editing software that I'm using, because I'm not using the same as quite a lot of the creators at the moment. I was using it. I managed one live, and then we swapped computers, and when I came to put it on this one, the two programs didn't like sharing space, so I've got to work out a different way of doing it. Right, so I'd get back to comments. What do these emojis on the right screen do? Blah blah blah. I don't know, apart from distract me. Okay, so Sarah's saying that if she presses any emoji on the right, it will show up on the host screen, and also you'll see some going by over the chat as well. Thank you for that, darling. Yeah, so our cheeky crafty is saying there another way for YouTube to see engagement on the cat, on the live Kath. Kath, just what we need, more distraction. I'm a chaos goblin this early in the morning. Just a little bit. Have fun with it. I don't mind. Kath says that the snowman is super cute. Everybody else is saying he's super cute, and I've just had a skip. Where are? Oh no, crikey! I've got too far to go back. Chaos. Lucy, welcome in, darling. She's saying hi to Kim and asking how she is, and I think I'd already read that, or it skipped, or something's going on. I've got it on top chat, not live chat. Sorry if I've missed you. I had it set up the right way earlier. There we go. Okay, so in regards to me trying to talk her into having another kid, she's saying, no, 43 next month, lady. She loves her 2 kids, I don't blame you, babe. Yeah, I don't think I'd want to go down that route again either. Although every now and then I go, oh, cute baby. And then I remember, lack of sleep, stinky nappies, vomiting everywhere. No, thanks. No, not again. Dinky's in the house. Hiya, Jen. She's saying hello, Bobby. Lacey's saying a field day used to be so fun with her boys. Her eldest is turning 18 in 2 days, and the middle is a year behind him. Been a while. Her daughter is always home. Her daughter was homeschooled. Yeah, my youngest just turned 18. My oldest is, what's she now? 18, 23. Yeah, so I'm starting to feel my age. But thankfully, neither of them plan to have kids anytime soon. Kim saying hi to Rita. Dink saying hi to everybody in chat. Sorry, Dinky. Sorry, Jen. You know, he gets shortened. Lacey is saying she hopes he has so much fun. Tell him to mind any beds. Ant beds. I'm still lost. Right. Rita, sorry. Welcome in, darling. She's saying hi to Affordably Crafty. Hi to Sarah and a couple of others. Yeah. Keep saying ants. Huh? Why? Shh, we don't say things like that, Crafty. She's 10 years younger than us, girl. Okay. And Sarah's saying, hi dear Rita. Yes, I'm back home. Yes, Alice, a decade apart. And Rita is saying at the moment she's the eldest. She's admitting to being 54 at the end of the month. Happy birthday for the end of the month if I don't get to say it to you beforehand. No, I don't care if you say that's what grandkids are for. I don't want them yet. Not by a long shot. But then when I do, I'm going to teach them some disgusting habits. Yeah, and Kathy's saying, shh, Alice, I like to pretend we're all the same age. So in order of age, it's Crafty, a Kath, Kim, and Ginger. No, I'm leaving people out, but I'm half. She's got a half-functional brain, and that's as much as she can organise. Where are we? Right, sorry, I completely lost it then. Right. Reggie telling a chaos. Is Reggie in? I didn't spot her. I'll come across her later if she is. If she is, woo. If she isn't, oh, pants. And if she's watching on on later on, hello. Okay, so we've got no, it's Kim before me. Okay, I'm gonna not mention the ages anymore. You two can all argue over who's oldest, youngest, middle, and older, and all that, because I can't even remember how old I am. I just am roughly the same as Kim. Oh, okay, right, I got it. Goblin Girl is Crafty from now on. Cheeky. Okay. Yes, Kath. Grandkids are definitely for revenge. I think that's why the eldest has decided she is not going down that route for a while, and if she is, it's under supervised visits only. The youngest has gone, I'm not adding to the population increase of the planet. So I'm like, okay, fine, just get some snakes. Because she likes animals, so she just plans on getting me grand snakes instead. And I've already said to her, if she buys snakes or any type of reptiles, I'm going to be crocheting them hats, scarves, and all sorts of really stupid things. So she will still end up with photographs of her babies in crochet clothing, whether she likes it or not. Lacey's saying her middle boy's about to revolt because they're out of coffee. She's raised that one right. It's only right if he runs down the shop to buy another load, girl. Yeah. So Affordably's reminding me of the baby cuddles and hugs. So they're the best bit, but no, my luck, I'll get one that's shouting all the time and vomiting all over the place. Okay, so where are we gone? Well, since I gave Steve Mr. Salty, I think Goblin Girl from myself is only fair, says Crafty. Kim saying hi to Jane. And also saying, well, she can go back to bed now, Alice. You guys are all stuck on the Chaos Goblin, aren't you? Oh, bless. Right, okay, so of course I did show you these guys, and their links are in the chat further up. Another one since the last live was this jumper. That pattern is available over on Ravelry, and it comes with 2 tutorials as well within the pattern. If there's a pinned comment at the top, if you click on that, you'll be able to get that jumper there. And that is the Jumping Jacks. So that's my latest written pattern. Is it the latest? I think that's the latest. That's the latest written clothing, and this is the latest C2C. Can you tell I'm bored of C2C? Okay. So let me see. Rita's saying to Lacey that she was out of milk for a coffee, so she went to get it. Got a long list of other stuff to buy for her mum, and she's staying with them to help care for them at the moment. Okay, you guys are still stuck on the Goblin. I love it though. Oh. Kim is saying that she is Googling Goblin Aragorumi. Oh, there was someone. Now, would she have done goblins? I don't know. You've got me thinking, and now I'm trying to remember who the person was. I did a dragon. I did that the shoulder dragon. I'm gonna have to look that up and see if I can find a link and stick it in the description box later. Because I physically cannot remember the name of the lady who did the pattern, but she's got some amazing stuff. She might have a goblin, but I'm sure Kim will probably find one before I get a chance to do that. Rebecca, welcome in, darling. She's saying hi everybody. How is everybody doing today? Kath says a very beautiful jumper. Thank you, darling. It was made with the Signet and Boho, which is a 3-weight, or yeah, 3-weight, 8-ply, no, a DK 3-weight, 8-ply. There we go. I got there in the end. But of course you can always swap out the yarn, swap up the yarn, swap up the size, do what you want. Okay, so where have we gone? Crafty is saying that she thinks he works with her humour. Kim's saying hi to Rebecca. Ooh, now that's an idea, Kim, says Crafty. Rebecca is saying hi to Kim. Cottontail and Whiskers, she's great. She has great goblins. That wasn't who I was thinking about, Kath, but that's really cool. Thank you ever so much for giving us another creator. Everyone's going to be running over there now and having a nose. The HP knitting books. I don't know about the knitting, but I do actually have a book review on the HP Crochet. And who have they got? They've got Dobby in there. But I cannot remember if there was a goblin in there. I think it just mainly had the main characters. And as Kim says, Dobby's a house elf, not a troll. Oh, stop it. Not you lot. I keep spinning the wheel too far on the chat. But Kim was saying that she thinks he's cuter than the bathroom troll. Not the HP goblins, they're too creepy and not nearly green enough. Well, if you was making it yourself, you could change the colour. But yeah, they are ugly, aren't they? You lot are trying to get me to make a goblin, crochet a goblin. No, I've got another thing on my mind already. Angela's Heirlooms and More, welcome in, darling. Sorry, it's taken me a little while. I'm trying to keep up with the comments. Okay, so Crafty is saying Toft have a publication called Edward's Imaginarium or something like that. I've got a couple of their books as well on that book playlist, but they've only been the soft toy, what I would call nursery style patterns on there that I've come across. I will have to keep an eye out and see if there is more of the Edward's I cannot pronounce that other word. I know exactly what you mean as well. You've got Imaginarium. What was it? I can't even think what it was called. Got too many tabs open. Far too many tabs. The wrong tab anyway. Where are we going? Where are we going? There we go. Let's come up. Let's go over to the books. It was the... Where are you? Nope. Turns out I've also done too many book reviews. There's 90 odd in this list. Edward Menagerie. That is a set of four books that they do. But as I said, they've got one for dogs, one for bears and bits and pieces like that. But those ones are very childlike. Very childlike. Or baby, depending on what you want to call it. Where are we gone? Gringotts Goblins maybe, but they're all ears, said Affordably Crafty. Jo, welcome in, or Joanne, welcome in. She's saying hi Poppy, hi everyone. Kath is saying everything she's always wanted in a guy, him being all ears. Don't admit things like that, honey. Okay, so we've got people saying hello to people again. Crafty is saying, laugh out loud, all ears would work. She hears everything, remember. And Affordably Crafty says, Kath, good luck on finding that unicorn. Dinky is saying she doesn't think she would make a goblin unless it was from HP. She's forgotten his name. And also, hi to Kim. Okay, have I just mucked up by pulling the wrong screen up again? No. Right, I hope I've caught up with the chat now. Alright, okay, so are any of you, well, I know at least one of you in here today is... Stupid thing. There we go. The one of you is joining in with our gorgeous Sarah Moo for her Flower Power cow. If you are, I've got a nice quick pattern for you. The tutorial went up earlier this week and it's called the Rosy Posy Cup Coaster. Yeah, Rosy Posy Cup Coaster. And this is what it looks like completely finished. Okay, but you don't have to use it as a cup coaster. Coaster. I keep getting confused with the word cozy. But yeah, you don't have to use it as a coaster. You could, in fact, pop a little bit of stuffing in here with some fragrance on it and use it as a little fragrance bag, say in your wardrobe or in your car or somewhere like that, or the kids' bedroom because they smell. And I show you in the video how you can fold it up so it makes it look like a little flower basket. So hopefully you like that one. If you do decide to make it, do me a favour, send me some photos so I can show it off in a whip spits and chat, whether it be this week, next week, or next month, or next year. Basically anything you create using the patterns on the channel, or of course even the winner only ones that I was giving out last year. If you make those, send in photos because I love to see it. And then of course I love sharing your workout, and it's a cheeky way, if you are a fellow YouTuber, it's a cheeky way of getting a shout out without having to cough up much, apart from some time to make the item, of course. Okay, so let's pop back into comments. Kim is saying, anybody got any good summer plans? Or nothing like that. I completely read that my way then, didn't I, girl? She said, any good summer plans, anyone? Oh, someone's throwing up the hearts again. Okay, I'll be down to the bottom in a second. Crafty is saying, Kath, behave, sit by me with the others in the naughty corner. And we can't do that because there'll be no room left for everybody. But anybody else will all be sitting in the naughty corner, Kath. Oh, that's cute. That's a coaster she would actually use. I haven't got my cup that I used in the advertising pictures, but yeah, it fits quite nicely. What I do suggest though in the video is that you, if you're going to use it for a proper coaster, to use cotton. Sorry, I'm getting croaky. And Lisa, welcome in, darling. Nice to see you. Now, Crafty over the summer has got a cooking course for 5 weeks for her in August. That sounds like fun. Is it? What sort of stuff are you going to be getting taught? Is it something posh and stuff, or are you going back to basics? And Joey's saying she joined it. Mine's the elephant with a daisy. I love your new coaster pattern. We'll definitely have a go. Thank you, darling. So I'm assuming when you said join it, you meant the cow by Sarah Moo, by our Sarah. Dinky's saying hi to Lisa. Lisa's saying hi to Jen. Yes, she's in and she's having fun with it. Cool. Yeah, I'm in as well. So she's stuck with photos of this from me this month. I'm wondering how many other people are going to be sending her in these photos of this one. But if you don't like this one, I do have another one coming out in, what are we on, about 12 days time. So basically 2 weeks from when I put the last one out. And that's got different flowers. And just in case you're bored of roses. And Lucy's a crochet spot. Welcome in, darling. She's saying hello all. Kim's saying, we are proud dorks. Kids have started working on their summer reading list. Sky is reading Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. She is in love with it. I must admit, I do love those books. I've got his whole set upstairs, and I've actually got his cookbook. That's right. He actually has got a cookbook and he's got a dictionary, and I've got both of those as well. In the cookbook, there is a chocolate cake recipe, and honestly, there's, what is it, 4 tablespoons of flour, and the rest is chocolate, sugar and butter. It is so rich. It's one of these cakes. It's from Matilda. The cake itself is from Matilda. But I absolutely love that cake. I've made it a few times, even for my kids' birthdays. I actually had a chocolate a Ronald Dahl themed birthday, which meant that the kids could come fancy dress, or if they weren't in fancy dress, we were telling the children that that basically they were one of Matilda's classmates, because in the original films they were all wearing normal clothing and not a school uniform. So then it meant if the kids wanted to dress up as animals or whatnot, they could. If they wanted to dress up as something weird and wonderful, they could. But if they just wanted to wear their own happy clothes, then they could as well. So it was a brilliant way of a birthday party there, which made it a bit easier as well. And I had some really random stuff. We had a French stick that I'd used food colouring on and painted to look like crocodiles, and they looked so good that people actually thought that was the birthday cake. So nobody was eating the sandwich, like the roll. No one was eating it because they thought it was birthday cake. But yeah, so if Sky really gets involved in it, Kim, give me a shout and I'll see about sending you over some of those recipes. And Dinky's saying that she's gonna make one soon. And I've jumped again. Hold on, what's going on here? Hi. Okay. Yeah, Crafty is saying get her to read the BFG. She will bawl her ass out. That's not nice. You don't do that. Right, okay, so Kath has just got an ad in the live. That's new. Yes, that is. I had a pop-up saying about ads, and I'm so sorry, gang. I didn't actually read it. I just thought it meant we'll put an ad, like we're putting an ad on at the beginning and the end, which is normal. I will keep an eye out on that for next time I come in and on a live, and next time I will try and knock it off if I'm able to. I'm so sorry if the ads are interfering today. Gabby's saying behaving, what's that? Needs to be scrappier, says Crafty. Dinky says she got an ad. Right, okay, if you're getting ads, as soon as it pops up, as soon as you're able to, click out of it, gang. Fingers crossed we won't get too many. Well, we're half an hour in so far, so that's the first time you've mentioned it, which is good, because then that means there's only hopefully it'll only be like one every half an hour. Right, so Kathy's saying, oh, Kim, awesome, she loves the books. Basics, says Crafty. Anyone seen an ad pop up during another live? That was total garbage. Crafty's removed a comment before I got to read it. That's not fair. Yeah, so yeah, as I said about the ads, I'm really, really sorry. If it happens again, when I reload up again, I will say no, bug off to that. Because I normally do. If it's after the live, then yeah, we'll have ads because you guys will just skip over them. But during the live, it makes it a little bit harder, doesn't it? So Crafty is saying she wonders, can I adjust settings to disallow? That's what I'm going to have to look into later. I won't do it now because, no, my luck, I'll probably end up knocking us all off the live. Jen's saying she's got 2, 5 seconds each. Hopefully everybody is back with this as normal now. Okay, Dinky's saying she doesn't have an ad blocker on her phone, but she does on a PC. Does anyone know an everlasting Gobstoppers anime pattern? Ooh, are we talking so that it's sort of broken, so there's a chunk out of it so you can see all the different colours? No, because theirs isn't round, is it? There's a round with bobbles off it. I don't know, maybe you could adapt the COVID pattern. Sorry, babe, couldn't resist. I don't know, we'd have to have a look into that. Unique, welcome in, darling. She's saying hi, Poppy. Okay, Crafty is saying she thinks the author name is more like Road with a silent L than Ronald. It's said lots of different ways. I did get quite fanatic about how it was said when the kids were younger, because of course me with my dyslexia, I tried to use the appropriate name and it turned out I was saying it wrong. So I'll say it the way it just comes out rather than thinking about it, and hopefully I'll get it correct. Okay, so Kathy's saying she's always pronounced it like rolled, not road. You lot are just trying to tongue tie me today, aren't you? Which is fine. Kim's saying she gotta go bring Steve to pre-K. See everyone in 20 minutes on her live on Young Geek. Thank you, darling. We'll see you later. Dinky, a Ronald Dahl, say it with a silent D. Ronald. I don't know. No, I'm not playing anymore. Okay. Kathy's saying later to Kim. Unique saying that there was just one when she came in. By Kim. Yes, Kath. Kath is saying, isn't it fun how we react when something unusual happens? Yes, very much so. Jamie, welcome in, darling. She's saying, hello, Angela. Hi, all. She is lurking and working and casting from... What? Where has he gone? He's jumped again. And casting from the start refrigerator. I'm lost. Okay, so Dinky is saying, hi, Faith. Hi, Jamie. Kath's just being her cheeky self. She's saying she doesn't do it on purpose to tongue twist me. It's just an added perk. It's not difficult. It's not rocket science, really, is it? Yeah, Dinky's having a giggle along with us. Oh dear. All right. I haven't got a secondary screen up, have I? But yes, I'm just trying to think what else I can show you without giving too much away, because I've been basically what I've been doing this last couple of weeks is mega patterns, not patterns but mega videos, and I sat and counted it up earlier. Yeah, what was it, 15, hold on, where is it, 15 videos uploaded for you lot, but all got different dates on. Right, so we got 3 tutorials coming out at some point, one being in what, 11 days, 12 days time, which is a variation on this one. For the girls that have just popped in, this is the Rosy Posy Cup Coaster. Yeah, Rosy Posy Cup Coaster. The tutorial went up this week. That's what it looks like opened up. And this is what it looks like if you decide to roll it up as I show you in the video. You can use it for pot puree. You could, if you can get hold of them, if you're giving it as a gift, you could get those little seed balls that are made with seeds, wildflower seeds locally, and you could poke one of them in and then use this as a bit of a wrapping for it, to wrap round it until the person's ready to, of course, lob it in their garden and set those flower seeds free. Or of course you can use it to hold a piece of wadding or something like that, and pop some fragrance in there, so you could hang it in your car or hang it in a stinky teenager's bedroom or something like that. Yeah, so that pattern is up today. Not up today, sorry, it was up a couple of days ago. And there's going to be another variation come out in a couple of weeks. But I'm not showing you that because I'm evil. And another one is, if you're wondering what the link was in the chat earlier on, that is for the pattern for this guy here. I cannot pronounce the channel's name or the pattern itself because it's foreign, but it has the instructions are round by round, row by row, round by round, written on screen so that it's easy enough to follow along with if you want to. But yeah, I'm slightly addicted to making snowmen now. And to be honest, he certainly doesn't look like the Halloween extra I made the very first time I ever made them. I'll have to see if I can find them, but that's a go up in the loft moment. I don't fancy that at the moment. I think we've got birds up there as well, so I don't really want to disturb them while they're up there nesting. Okay, so what are you, I haven't actually asked you, what are you girls making at the moment, or what are you doing at the moment? Are you hiding from your boss in the toilet? That's my favourite phrase. Are you hiding from the boss? Oh no, I can't. Right, apologies, I may sneeze and it may be loud. But I haven't got the other app on, the other program on, so I can't quiet myself and shut myself up for a second while I sneeze like I do when I'm on others' lives. Yeah, he's got quite a cheeky goofy smile, as Dinky is saying, and the second one is even larger, but he hasn't quite got his legs yet. I'm not always the best at doing the faces. That's the bit that normally lets me down with Aragurumi. Oh, sorry. Okay, so Jinky's saying he's got a goofy smile. Kath is saying that she's serving as a cat pillow. She sent me a photograph earlier and there's her laying on the sofa. Like, you can tell she wasn't comfy in this picture. And the cat is proudly sitting on her. We're talking proper squashed on the chest. Our poor cat. But the cat was comfy. Dinky is saying she's using the dark yellow that I sent her for socks. Me and Dinky did a trade a little while ago where she's sent me some yarn that she has found for me to dye, and I sent her some yellow because that's what she wanted. I was like, what do you want? She went, yellow. I said, okay, I'll find yellow. So she got some yellow. Oh. Yeah, so I'm looking for ideas now for the next projects. Otherwise, you're going to end up seeing a lot of snowmen. Because the snowmen will be taking over. Okay, so nobody's talking to me. It's fine. You'll talk in a minute when you can reach. Right, so at the moment, according to my statistics, we have got 13 viewers. That's absolutely brilliant. And 13 thumbs up. Thank you ever so much. If you haven't done the thumbs up yet, please do. It will help share it out. And hopefully we'll get a couple of other people popping in to say hello. Because, of course, I haven't been on and done a live in so long. And, of course, it's not the right day or the right time. I'm just testing the waters. So let me see. Kath has just popped in with, yep, he's stretched out and he's still on all 12 kilograms of him. He is absolutely gorgeous. I would say, oh look, here's a photo, but without asking, I'm not gonna. Just in case. Yeah, so I'm hoping I haven't missed anybody in chat. It's gone all quiet. You guys are all concentrating. Jen's saying that she's finished her jellyfish, but she's not taken a photograph yet. She'll probably fire that over to me later because she showed me it earlier, a couple of days ago, wasn't it? Okay, so we were chatting about something else, and I'm not saying what it was. It's a secret or a surprise. Depends on which way you want to see it. Okay, so Dinky's saying she sees 7 thumbs and 11 watching. Oh, cracky. Okay, so another Angela's working on the Amarillo kimono by Miley Bird. And I've probably completely mullered the whole name there. Sorry about that. I think I've seen that pattern. That looks really pretty, actually. If it's the one I'm thinking of. Because I go and run over to Marley Birds every now and then and go, oh, watch that, watch that, watch that, and play mega catch up. For any of you that are interested as well, I've now got the membership program on this channel. So if you like the idea of maybe grabbing a free pattern each month, that's for the Asylum members, which is the top tier. If you do Asylum members, then you get a free pattern each month or early access to the next upcoming pattern. If you want to go a level down, that just means that you don't get the pattern, but you get all the perks of the first. Oh, this is so confusing. I haven't had to try and self-promote in ages. But there is a button, of course, down the bottom of the chat, and that will show you a video, and it will explain it a lot better than I've just managed to do. So if you would like to join the membership program, the button is there. I'm not pushing you or twisting your arm up your back or anything like that, but it would be greatly appreciated if you did. Where are we gone? So Rebecca, welcome in. If I hadn't said welcome in already, darling, she's saying a thumbs up. Kath is saying, last pieces she finished was a pair of knitted socks and a hexy cardigan, but now she can't seem to motivate herself to do anything. That's because they were two big projects, Yanana. Yeah, that's why I've gone back to small, because I did a couple of big ones and I was like, I really don't want to play. Oh, I've got to pop up, and it's Mrs. C Cottage. She has joined as an outpatient. Thank you ever so much, darling. Dinky is saying hi to Mrs. C. Mrs. saying, Mrs. C here. Oh, by the way, Mrs. C, keep an eye out. There's something in the post on its way to you. And that is all I'm saying. I'm an evil, evil wench. Proper evil wench. It's going to be another week or so. I will drop you a message with the shipping details so you can track it like I will do. It only went out yesterday. I wasn't expecting to do a live today, so I thought I'd have a couple more days before I grasped myself up. But yep, I've been evil and I've sent you something. We just got to wait for the postie to get it there. She's going to run off now and tell me off. Okay, so what we got? Rita is saying Kath's eye catchers. She's struggling there too. She keeps starting things and not finish them off. Mrs. C is saying good morning, Jennifer. Yeah, I noticed I went through a proper I don't want to do this month. Yeah, I had a whole month where I had to push myself. It was pretty much around the time when I was making the C2C, because I didn't want to do it, but I had to. So once I got over that, then it was a case of reward. I've got this thing about, I make something, and if I'm not enjoying it, but I feel like I have to make it, which is like the C2C, I have to make that, I will then reward myself with something I physically want to make myself. So that's when I normally run off and find another creator's pattern and start and work on that other creator's pattern, just solely because I don't want to have to think, and I don't want to have to change things around, and I don't want to have to do any of the extra stuff that comes along with creating your own patterns. So yeah, that's why I normally run my pattern and a pattern that I'm working for myself up and creating alongside another pattern by another creator. I just haven't done it for a little while, that's all. As in making loads of patterns for me. I need to get back to making and thinking of new designs and new ideas for you all. Although I've knocked up these. That was really strange. I actually did the one that's coming out in a couple of weeks. I did that one whilst I was travelling up to my friend's son's wedding the other week. And I'd taken another load of yarn with me for a different project, because I knew I was only going to be, it wasn't too much effort to make it in the little thing in the car. But when I got there, I realised I'd left my hook for my larger item at home. And so that is why this one came out. And what I ended up doing was making it and filming little bits on my phone, explaining to myself what stitches I'd used and what order I'd used. And then I sent myself the videos. And then when I got home, I remade it and made sure that everything was correct and okay for you all and then I did the tutorial. Alright, so where are we going? Let's go back to a chat quickly. So everybody is saying hello to Mrs. C. Mrs. C is saying postage is so expensive. Yes, very much so. Especially going out or coming into the UK. I know how much your package cost to send me, and yeah, it's like ouch. And just the same as you know how much it costs for something to come out of the UK as well. At the moment, it's really unfair, because I would love to do yarn swaps with people over in America and things like that, but for a half decent size package, I'm probably looking at about 40 quid just to send the package out, and the yarn more than likely won't cost that. But to put it into an idea, that would be 4 hours of me going to work and doing a proper job just on the postage. It's just too extreme at the moment. Oh, I've just had a pop-up. Hey, Ursula's in. Welcome in, darling. She's also been a channel member now for 4 months. She's my longest suffering channel subscriber. Longest suffering. She was #1, you see, so she's longest suffering. Okay, so where did we get to? Where we gone? Postage expensive. Okay, Kathy's saying, Linda, she hears you, and normally she'd want to start so many things, but she doesn't even want to do that. It's very weird. Dinky, Jen's asking how's Rita. Mrs. C's asking, do I crochet vintage patterns? Are we talking the 1800s? I've been trying to find some. I managed to download a pattern from like a sharing site, like a proper library, and I started trying to do it, and I just didn't know what I was doing. But this was about 1.5 years ago. Now I've noticed there's a couple of channels now on YouTube that are actually doing vintage patterns, so I've started watching those, and I'm thoroughly enjoying watching them. Whether I would join in or not is another matter, because quite a lot of the vintage patterns that one of the creators does, I'm sorry, I cannot think of her name, it will be in the drop down box later, but one of them, it always seems to be the thread, really thin thread, and like a 1.5mm hook, or even less than that. Don't get me wrong, stunning. Would I have the patience? Probably not, but I wouldn't mind giving it a go. Right, so Rita is saying to Jennifer, oh, you don't want to be too close today. She's in an explosive mood. I'm not asking. Don't need to know. Angela's saying, I do, Mrs. C. And Mrs. C is saying that she needs to check out the channel. And Ursula's popped in with a hello, so glad to catch you live. And of course we had our bounce up where I was saying that she's been here for 4 months, and she's like, woohoo, so glad to catch you live. Kath says that she can't figure out if she needs to do something difficult so that it occupies her mind, or if she needs to do something that she doesn't have to think about. I can send you a C2C pattern. You can make it for me. Save me having to do it. I really don't know. I have to really pick and choose. At the moment, as I said, I'm either hitting other creators. It was like when I was going through the slump previously, it was actually Ursula's friendship shawl. I've got the wrong name. Please pop it in the description if you can remember Ursula. But it was Ursula's shawl that pulled me out of it last time. Angela's Heirlooms and More says there is not much on here. She's always working on something and not videos. Dinky saying hi to Ursula. So's Kath. Rita says, Dinky, Jennifer, I did too much yesterday, and when I took my mum to get the new passport, it was an all day, was out all day, and she was pushing her along in the wheelchair. It was a beautiful day out. That is beautiful. I love it when things happen like that. Right, everybody is saying hello to Ursula, and Ursula saying hello to all of you. Dinky suggests, Kath, that maybe try a whip. Sort of finish up one of them, one that's only got a little bit left to go. It's not a bad idea because it gives you an automatic feel of accomplishment, doesn't it? Lacey is saying, hey friend, she's back again. She had a quick meeting and glad you're still here. Thank you for popping back in, Lacey. Let's see if I can get the brain cell to see where it needs to for names. Ursula is saying she's got it in on the... Yeah, I did get in on the ground floor with that one. I was very, very lucky. Made a right hash of it. Chose completely the wrong colours for it. But it'll keep me warm. Sorry if you can hear barking, that's Mr. Gobby. That's the daughter, if you can hear her, using his full name and telling him off for shouting. Right, Lacey is saying, who is making something that they are having a lot of fun with right now? Mine have been the snowman. At some point I am going to start back up on the poppies and torture myself because I haven't got enough room for all the yarn that I bought the other week and the extras that she threw, that Louisa threw in the bag. For any of you that are in the UK, if you don't already know, the Secret Yarn Stash are clearing out their yarn shelves. They're bringing in some new stock of something, but we do not know what. It may not be yarn. But what she's doing is she's got the yarns that are left on, and they're all on sale between from about 10% up to 50% off per hank. So if you haven't seen the video that I'd put up shouting about it, you can either go and watch that one later, or I think in the description box of this video is the affiliated link that will take you straight over to the Secret Yarn Stash. That's pretty much for the UK only gang though, because she doesn't send outside of the UK because postage is so high. Her prices are normally cheaper than the Wool Warehouse and other places, other bricks and mortar places and other online shops. And now, of course, with the added discounts, it's even cheaper. I broke my ban. I seriously broke my yarn ban. I bought 70 odd balls of yarn. Okay, some of it's to dye because I'd asked her to get a certain yarn base in so that I could try it. So some of it is to dye, but the other stuff is to make things. Don't know what things. Just got to make things with it. But yeah, so get over there while you can, while the yarn is still available to grab before it goes on to severely limited colours. Even if you're not, just break your yarn ban and pretend it never happened once you hide it on the shelf. That's what I'm gonna do. So let's have a look. Oh, I've missed a couple of comments, quite a few actually. And Dinky's got me on her computer. Ursula has me on the laptop. Yay! The other Angela is saying that she's also on Facebook and Instagram. Where are we going? I've lost it. Oh, crikey, you guys have been chatting up a storm. It's fine. Keep it going. Keep it going. I'll catch up. Kath is saying, yes, Jane, is a good idea too. She's had a hard time picking up whips. May just be the perfect moment. Rita is in and she's been a member now of the Outpatients for 3 months. Thank you ever so much, darling. Lacey is saying, oh, Kim, she's so jealous. She is. I have tried so hard and failing with 3 of hers. But she got instilled a love of reading. They read books and in their video games, but that's about it. I'm lost on that conversation. I've forgotten the strands. And Dinky is saying she's got some vintage books and she might do a pattern. I've got a couple from like the 1980s, but I don't see that as vintage. I would love to get my hands on like an 1890s or early 1900s pattern. Ursula has shared me out. Thank you ever so much, darling. And she also says that she's been out and about today running errands. It's the first time sitting down and it's now 3 PM for her. Oh, crikey, we've been on an hour. No wonder my throat's going funny. Mrs. C saying, Ursula. Dinky has had her little membership pop up and she has been with me now for 4 months as an outpatient. Thank you ever so much, Dinky. Now remember everybody, when you see these pop-ups, if you click on the little 3 dots on the side, hopefully it works, it will actually take you to the channel. So you can always click on that and pop over and see what sort of things they get up to on their channels. sorry, squeaky, back in a second. Alright, okay, so Ursula is saying to Mrs. C Cottage, hello sweetie, big hugs. Oh, Kath. She says she's still struggling with the colour changes in the C2C. She'll have to learn with an easier pattern, she thinks. Well, if you want me to talk you through it again, I can, or I can send you links on the tips and tricks that are up on the channel already. I've got to do another one of them. I'm sure there's a couple that I've missed out. Ursula is saying she loves vintage anything, which is why she loves granny squares. She wished it was the 70s again for that reason. But then no YouTube. Oh no, must be satisfied with life as it is. Rita, Jennifer's asking if you've been resting today, honey. Ursula says, did I say I have a C2C tutorial on my channel? I will look if... Do I have? Really, honey pie? We've got a cushion cover, Little Bird. That's the most recent one. You can also turn it into a blanket. And in there is a few more. We've got a unicorn. Oh my gosh, my brain. Why can I not remember things? Wrong button. I'm pushing wrong buttons and everything, gang. Wrong buttons and everything. Right. There is... I'm just going to pull them out. Give me a sec. Oh, you can't actually see it, so that's all right. That can all fall on the floor. All right. We have... Where are you? Where are you? The troublesome one that started it all is a unicorn. Now, this one I made a good few years ago now, because it was the very first... Well, no, the second tutorial that ever came out. So that's the unicorn. You can't really see it as well as normal. And of course, you can change out the colours on the mane and the feet quite easily, because in the video I say option A, option B, and that sort of scenario. Now, it doesn't come with a border. You can choose whatever border you like. Then we had, I can't remember which order it is. We have the cupcake blanket. And again, this can be turned into a cushion cover. This one has a really cheeky cupcake border as well. Is the border on the channel? I can't remember if the border is on that video or not. I think it may be, actually. I think I might have been being nice to you. You ready for the next one? The next one is if you are completely and utterly back crazy, or you need something that covers a large surface. You guys aren't going to get to see it all in one go. Oh, it's the demonic. It's not demonic, really. Oh, get it up the right way in a minute. Right, are you the right way? Yep. It's a moose. And he's quite large. He's got little hearts around the bottom there, and he's got a tartan border. My favourite is Max, and Max is a koala, and he's holding on to his little tree trunk. Can you see that? Yeah. Okay. It's got quite a nice simple border on the edge of that one. Now, all of those have got tutorials on the channel. This next one hasn't. There was absolutely no way I was going to do it when I counted how many rows. I actually did it because I wanted to do it for me. I was having a bit of a bat crazy moment. And it's that big that if I manage to get even half of it on the screen, I'm going to be happy, because I've mucked around with my screen thing on here and I haven't worked out how to close it back in again. Right, are you the right way around? Now, there are a couple of mistakes on this, I openly admit to it, but the pattern, there's a written pattern for this one that's over on Ravelry. There's actually a written pattern for all of the ones I've just shown you on Ravelry. But this one is definitely for the more experienced because of the size of it. This is actually done in a C2C mini as well, not in the normal standard C2C, because it's that freaking big. It's Still going. Still going. Oh, there we go. Cheeky tiger. Oh. I even did me count to 3 thingy. Okay. So yeah, they're the C to C's. I think that's all of them. There may be another one that I may have missed. But yeah, there's definitely a lot there for you to choose from, Ursula. You've said it now. I've got it in writing. You're in trouble. Quick, delete the comment. Yeah, so there's also, of course, those tutorials. There's C to C tips and tricks videos as well. So it's always a good idea to watch the C to C tips and tricks first, because quite a lot of the stuff in there is a lot slower, like with how to do the stitch and things. And of course I show you how to change your yarns and all that other stuff. So Lucy is saying she has to go to work. Have a great day. If you are still here, thank you ever so much for joining me today. If not, and you've come back, woo, I saw your comment in the end, thank you. Rita is saying, no, I'm stressed when I can't do anything else than crochet squares. I've got 2 cardigans on order and should get them done. Yes, Ursula definitely got in on the ground floor with my membership. I was so chuffed. I still am. Every time somebody hits that button, I'm like, oh, really? Somebody likes me. So where is it? It's just skipped. Oh, crikey. There we go. Sorry if the ads have popped up again, gang. Hit out of them as soon as you possibly can. Stupid thing. I'm hoping it just goes on the bottom of the screen. That's fine. But if it's actually kicking you out of the chat, out of the video, this live, then that's not good at all. Mrs. C is saying she's enjoyed every quarter century of her life. She thinks this one is the best. Okay, yep, it's definitely hitting with the ads again, because Kath is saying, son of a, these ads started the EBGBs out of her. And Ursula is saying it is so cold where she is now. She's been running around, so she's having to sit down to cool down. Oh, Dinky, her non-writing arm is painful today from her spring booster jab, because she had a jab yesterday. It will calm down hopefully very much for you soon, honey. Mrs. C is saying, you will just have to crochet double time, Jennifer, to work the soreness out. Mrs. C, that's evil. Catherine. I don't care if that's not, yeah, that you've got it in your channel name. I can get away with using your full name. She said, I hate to burst your bubble, babe, but 80s is absolutely vintage. It's 40 years ago. Shh. Don't say things like that, or even write them and make me say them. That's just evil. Ursula is saying, yeah, I always think about it 30 years ago, but forgot we are now 50 years away from the 70s. Shocking. Pack it in, girls. Don't worry, at some point it will loop itself back round and we'll be like, yeah, sitting in our little house together, all crocheting over the age of 100 going, we was here once last century on this date. Okay, Rita's asking, has anyone made a skirt in granny squares? If you have, how was it in use? Ursula's probably the best one to ask. I don't know about skirts, but I know she's done dresses. Okay, so Dinky had her vaccination in her left arm. Thankfully, she's right-handed. Right, I am skipping past all these age-appropriate things that are making me feel clearly older than I look. That's only because my hair's pulled so hard back you can't see the wrinkles. Wow, Dinky's got post World War II patterns. I'm going to have to come down to yours at some point, Dinky, and raid your stash of patterns, I think. Just to have a look. Ursula says, yes, I know patterns, but it does have accompanying tutorial link where you show me how to do the Graphgam. I'm asking because I have Hearts Graphgam and I want to make... hold on, let's reread that. To a point, I think I do. Maybe not read the Graphgam because I don't normally show my patterns on screen. I normally read you through them. I'll catch you later after the live if you're free, darling, and we can talk through it, and I can go and have a look at my videos and try and remember, because quite a lot of the how-to videos that I did for C2C were quite a while ago. Okay, so right, yeah, I'm catching up slowly. So knew it. She says that cupcake border is so cute. Thank you very much. Cute cupcake border. We're gone. Love that mousse. The mousse is a massive mind, and that's done on the C2C mini, which is in the Stitch a Week playlist, and it is number 4. And the normal C2C that I use is in the same playlist, and it's video number 5. Where are we going? Oh, okay. It keeps jumping. Right, Kathy's saying her problem with the Graphgams is knowing when to carry a colour and when to start a new ball. I don't like to carry more than about 3 squares up, but it also depends, of course, on what colour the colours are sitting next to. So say with this one, if I can, for this one I would leave the colour down here and I'd have another orange up here. So it would be like I'd leave the orange off at the bottom, I would work my beige, and then I'd pick up the orange again and then do what I needed to. That way, if you're carrying it and you're having to go, your colour's having to sit next to a colour that isn't the same as it, then I don't carry it. I hope that made sense, because as I said, it didn't register that it did. Kathy's saying that she got I've got 2 tutorials that are good, but her brain isn't having it. My brain never has it, girl. I'm quite chuffed when my tutorial comes out, because 9 out of 10 times I sit and watch it and go, who is this crazy person that's made this? It is me. It's just when I do it, I'm on a good brain day, and most of the rest of the week I'm not. Wow, he's huge. That's what she said. Kath. Angela, did you just solve your mystery for me? I'm getting my aunt who passed away's yarn stash, and I'm making blankets for the family with it, but couldn't decide on a blanket. Yours are perfect. Oh, thank you ever so much, darling. Haven't you won some of the winners only patterns, Lace? I'm sure you've won a winners only. Have a look in your old emails and see. Because that way, if there's something in those, you could always do those as well, depending on who it's for, because then it'd be more age appropriate. But it's saying that you could just do 1,500 koalas. And it would be then like your aunt's giving everybody cuddles. Good stuff, Lacey. Right. Ursula's taken us all to the kitchen. On her phone, she'll be lurking for a few minutes. That's fine. She's probably back by now because I haven't caught up with the comments yet. Yeah, Kathy's saying, Lacey, that's a good idea indeed. At least if they are the same weight, you can. Depending on the colours that you're using, you can sometimes go up a weight. So say you've got you're working the main blanket in a DK 3-way 8-ply, and you've got black, but your black is an Aran weight or a 4-ply, or a 10. Oh cracky, trying to remember all the different codes. But basically, if it's up 1 and it's black, 9 out of 10 times that's actually a better thing to do. still using the same hook. It just makes the stitch more like the group of the block itself more solid. So normally what I would do on a black square, say it's on the eyes especially, is I actually, if I'm using the same weight as the rest of the blanket, I actually add an extra stitch in on those squares, so it goes double crochet 2 together, and then double crochet. So at the top of the square you've got your 3 stitches, but in the actual square you've got the 4 posts, sorry. So that's what I do to block out that block, to give it a bit more definition. And I think that's one of the tips that I need to add into another video. I said it on the bird video, and I also show it there as well. Normally if there's a stash coming from a relative, there's normally quite a lot, isn't there? Good luck working your way through that, darling. Fingers crossed it will, Jen. Hopefully it does, and hopefully you can find some yarns in there that she's got left that you like the colours of. Just a cheeky reminder, if you're in the UK and you're looking to purchase some yarn on the cheap, the Secret Yarn Stash have got a sale on their yarn at the moment, and it's up to 50% off of all of the balls on there. And honestly, it's up to 50% off. It's none of this I say it is because I upped it last month scenario that some companies do. No, this one is proper 50% off, but once the yarn is gone, it's gone. And just to give you a heads up on that, I did mention that on a video last week for you all, and on Whips and Bits to try and encourage it. But yeah, the affiliate link is in the description box down below, and it's also in any other one of my videos that you click on. Hey, V's in the house. She says, hi my sweet poppy lady, hi my darling, welcome in. She's saying good morning to everybody. Oh, I like the disclaimer. I'm getting quite good at disclaimers. Good morning everybody, and everybody in chat says Veronica, says Alv. I nearly used your full name then, girl. I can't be dealing with that. Lacey is saying, I have been looking for the right time to tackle learning to make graph gowns. These ones that I've got on here are really quite simple. I talk you through the majority, well, I talk you through every row as in what colours you need, and explain that basically I work in blocks. So each one of the blocks is normally 3 double crochets in the same spot, and that's a block. So once you get that into your head that it's 1 block on the first row, 2 blocks on the third, blah blah, and you follow it up, once you get to row 10, normally you've got a really good understanding of how you build the blocks, how you increase each row. So then once we get past that point, or I get past the bit where there's anything tricky in it, so it's quite simple, then I just read it out to you and show it to you on screen. But then when we get to turning the corner, I meet up with you and I will turn the corner with you, and I will work the corner with you, so you don't go zooming off and carry on increasing like I normally do, and things like that. So I think the patterns are pretty good. I've had a good few people that have come back with, what have we had? We've had about 5 unicorns. Yeah, I think I've had 5 unicorn pictures. So if you've just jumped in, we're talking about my dodgy old patterns. Yeah, so we've had 5 of those come back now in lots of different weights, and lots of different colour combinations as well. I really thoroughly enjoyed those because, and I still do, if you decide to run off and make the unicorn, please send me a picture because I love seeing them. Yeah, so the reason I pull that one first is, as I said, that's the first decent sized pattern. My very first pattern, of course, was the poppy brooch. That's my second pattern, and it's all that pattern's fault because I just made it and showed everybody, like most of us do. It's like, look what I've just made, and someone went, where's the pattern? I said, I made it. Can we have the pattern? Yeah. Can we have a tutorial? What? And that's how it pretty much went. Okay, so I've been... Okay, so whatever I said, has worked for Kath. She says that did make sense of her for her confused brain. That makes a change. But then saying that, you are used to me, Kath. Oh, where we gone? Lacey is saying she's quite jealous of the secret yarn stash. You're over in America, aren't you, Lacey? So I'm jealous of all the other places where you can get yarn for stupid prices. Over here in the UK, we're lucky if we come across a sale where we can find a basic, boring, cheap yarn for under £1, 100 grams, or at least that's what it used to be. Nowadays, the quality of the yarn in, say, our pound shops gone downhill, and the price has actually gone up, I think. Like everything over here in the UK, prices have just gone through the flipping roof. I think our the Stylecraft, which I don't touch because it's the more expensive, out of the ones that I could get, the Stylecraft is sitting at about £2.30 now, might even be more than that. Places like Wool Warehouse and stuff. I don't know, I haven't been over there for a while to look. I've not needed to, because I get my hands on Pateau Everyday DK, which to me is thicker, but I find it works up really well and it's a really good workhorse. So I normally purchase that, and I was getting it from the Secret Yarn Stash for like £1.39 per 100 grams. And at the moment, that's on 85p per 100 grams. So UKers, run over. I'm not trying to push it, and I'm not trying to get it to clear our shelves quicker, but I'm just trying to point out the fact that if you're in the UK, it is a proper sale. Also, it's really, really nice. Where we gone? I hope this is okay. She's outside of the UK, isn't she, Lacey? Lacey is saying that Mace of Skeins has her yarn on buy one get one 75% off. If you are not sadly pouring all your money into your home repairs like she is, you should take advantage. Okay, so Veronica is saying that's so cute. I'm assuming you were talking about the unicorn there, darling. What yarn have I used for the blankets? The unicorn was done with Aldi yarn, which you can't get the colours for every time it comes around. It's a different set of colours, so it's cheap. Nowadays I use the Signet Pateau Everyday DK, but to be honest, darling, any of the yarns that you get over where you are will do. It's just finding the right colours and making sure the weights all match. I've had a couple of girls using, I can't even think of it. You're gonna have to name some of them. They're American and foreign brands. I can't think of them. My brain's gone to sleep. Like Pound of Love and things like that. I've had that sort of weight images, and of course with, I think the Pound of Love's a bit thicker, isn't it? It's like a 4 weight rather than the 3 that I use, so it will just make it a bit bigger. Where's it gone? There we go, there we go. Same girl, Kat. She's my fave. Just had so much of her yarn, it's never enough. Ursula's she's only done that, so I'd do it. So Ursula's now back at her desk. V is saying good morning everyone, and my awesome Ursula. What are we on? We are on 1:30. I've tolerated your eardrum, well, your eardrums have tolerated me, I should say, for an hour and a half now of just me talking gobbledygook. Where has he gone? Kath is saying yarn is like chips and cats. You can't have just one. I'm not going to ask. I'm really not going to ask. Lacey is saying you're right. MOS is in the UK, so not sure about delivery and such. Sorry. No, that's perfectly fine. For us in the UK at the moment, ordering anything costs us an absolute fortune. Coming into the UK and going out, unless we can get it on one of these specials of if you spend over X amount then you get delivery free, then it's worth it. But sometimes it gets flagged up by customs and then we have to pay extra for import tax. So again, in my opinion, it's not worth it. For me personally. Not only that, I can't use quite a lot of the different hand dyed yarns because they're mixed with animal fibres. The ones that are sat on the shelf behind me are all cotton based. Okay, so our Veronica, better known as V, is being rather cheeky. She's saying, I'm Veronica, everyone. You could call me V. I'm new. Laugh out loud. I don't think so, girl. Well, you might be new to coming into my lives because I haven't done one in such a long time. Oh, yeah, but as our cheeky Ursula is saying to her, liar, liar, pants on fire. Oh, wait, V. The live stream is new, okay. Yeah, but yeah, I think it is one of the first times you've been in on my lives because of course our time zones are so different, aren't they? Yeah, so Ursula is saying Catherine, that is so true, darling. Right, okay. So, as a cheeky one today, as some of you are saying, you want to have a go at C2C. I'm going to be evil. I'm going to run a competition. I've now got to think of a question off the top of my head. Yep, got it. And you just got to answer it. It's for a bit of fun, and it is your chance to win one of the winner-only patterns. And I will give the winner a list later. Okay, so are you ready? Right, I'm going to just pop a stop in here. And then I'm going to tell you my question. The question is, what was my very first C2C pattern? Okay, so what was my very first C2C pattern? Pop what you think the answer is in the comment section down below. If you're not too sure, count to 5 and then there may be a clue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we've got no comments coming. Does nobody want one? Yep, I am on live chat. Okay, so none of you want me pattern? Don't tell me you can't spell it. Okay, you want a clue? What was the first C2C pattern? That one. Quick, type it in if you want to join in. Actually, forget the winner only pattern. If you want to get your hands on this pattern, type its name in the comments. I'll swap it out for a winner only if you prefer. Okay, now according to this, we've got 11 of you in, so we'll keep going for a little bit. Leave that running, and fingers crossed, a few more of you join in. And then I'm just going to pick a number. How am I going to do it? Pick a number. I haven't got the auto pick, have I, anymore? Okay, I'll have to think of something. That's cheating. Oh, V, that's cheating. You didn't even copy and paste the word, woman. Okay, Lacey, just basically stick in the word that others above have used. And it's your chance to win a copy of the unicorn pattern, or you can swap it out for a winner only pattern. Yeah, just do what Ursula says. You must have been making that brew when I said it. Ursula. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's just a random number. Right, okay, so let's see if this can do it. It's not that time consuming because there's only probably... Right, I'm going to do it based off of the amount of viewers I've got on. That's how I do it. Okay, let's see if this even works. I don't even know if I've got a random comment picker thingy on here. Pick a number between 1 and 10.
2.
Number 2. I hope you heard that. There we go. Just in case. You know me, I like to show you all. There we go. And number 2. So the lucky / unlucky person that has won in today is Angela's Heirlooms and More. I'm counting your first unicorn comment, Kath. So the winner is the other Angela. Congratulations, darling. So to claim your prize, make sure you fire me over an email within the next 3 days, ideally as soon as possible, because my brain turns to mush after these lives. And then we will discuss which pattern you'd prefer, whether it be the unicorn one that I've been showing you, or of course one of the other winner only patterns. Now they are based off of Dismay and Marvellous characters. I have to say it like that so I don't get told off. But basically they are Disney or Marvel characters. I would suggest that if you decide to choose that one, make it for a family member so that you're giving it away, because if you're caught selling them, you could get fined. And I've got written in there, it ain't my fault if you get caught, it's your choice. Okay, so, because we all know what those companies are like for trying to take, basically, their, for us using their images. Let's have a look. Unicorn. There we go. Oh gosh, where's it gone? That's not cheating. It's... Yep, I'm sorted. I've got it done, Ursula. Right, okay. And there was only 6 of you in the end. That's alright, because it didn't pick above 6, so we were quite lucky. And congratulations. Thank you. Just remember, fire me over that email. The email is in the description box of the video, and there's also a how to claim section right at the bottom, so if you read through that then you'll know what to expect. Jamie, welcome in, darling. Okay, if I hadn't said hello to you earlier, hello. Kathy's saying it's okay, she got the unicorn, she thinks she's even got 1 foot done too. Well, you could have swapped it out if you'd have been lucky enough to win it, darling, that's fine. Yeah, I think it might be a common thing between some of us, you know, because you're on constant send and constant making sure you don't say ain't a naughty word. That's my problem. It's making sure I don't drop F-bomb after F-bomb when one of you makes me choke on my Coca-Cola or any other drink that I'm drinking. Kat is known for trying to get me to spit my drink out. I used to do it on her lives as well, and I used to do it with Reggie. I'd put in little comments that she would read and she'd know how I meant them, and then she'd spurt drink everywhere, so then she started doing it back to me as well. So I've been a bit better behaved of late. Jamie is saying hello to Ursula. She also says she's been here for a bit. She's been lurking and working. Sorry, gang. I'm going to have to do more than a sip. Give me a second. A guzzle and probably a burp in a few moments. Sorry about that. And Lacey is saying the patterns are super cute, Angela. I can't wait to get started now. Thank you ever so much, honey. Yeah, as I said, the tutorials of the majority of them, not the tiger. The tiger's the only one that hasn't got a tutorial because it was just too big. I couldn't show any, next to none of it went on my table. let alone a stand that was tall enough. It just wasn't feasible. So because of that, that one's not on the channel. That is just solely over on Ravelry, and it has got the proper pattern without the mistakes that I've made, because I've made a couple of mistakes in my one. I would like to say I did it purposely because I was thinking of a future tutorial on how to fix your mistakes in C2C. I wasn't thinking that when I put the mistakes in there, because I made a mistake, but at some point I will do a how to fix C2C mistakes video. I've just got to get the guts to do it because it involves cutting your yarn, actually cutting the square out. So it is a little bit scary for me. I'm still practicing on a scrap piece that I've got. But once I'm confident enough and I can remember the words the right way round, then I will get to it and do it. But yes, and in regards to the patterns that are on the channel, they also have their own Ravelry pattern, which actually, to be honest, does make it a lot easier for you, because all the instructions are written down and you can just print it out. You can get rid of like the title page, you can get rid of the blurb at the back, and just print out the pages that you physically need to print out. And then you can mark off the box sections as you go along. I'm just trying to think. I've got a sample pattern here. Just give me a second. I think it's in here. Please be in here. Somewhere. I've put it somewhere safe, honestly. It's that safe I've probably lost the flipping thing. Okay. I'll have to find it for next time. Yeah, I knew exactly where it was. It used to be just here. And then I went and changed my craft room around. So what I'll do is I'll search that out for next time so that I can show you a sample pattern. It literally says sample on the picture. It says sample. It's so funny. But yeah, the pattern, as I said, the pattern's online, and it is a lot easier to work with the written pattern rather than having to start the video every 3 seconds, or of course watching the video through and then jotting it down. Because I've had people in the past that have jotted it down and then gone, your pattern's wrong, darling. And I'm like, hold on, let me check the row. And I check the pattern and find the problem, check the row, and they're like, no, it was said like this on the video, and I have to go back to the video, check the video, and I haven't. I've said it the other way round, the way that it's written on the pattern. I'm like, sorry, honeys, you've written it down wrong. Sometimes it's okay, other times it's not. It depends on how many rows the person has to strip back. So yeah, as I said, the written patterns are on Ravelry, and the link to Ravelry is either in the description box or down below, or at the moment, if you're here on the live with me, the link is in the pinned comment. Okay, my brain is now starting to shut down. Yeah, we're coming up on 2 hours, gang. Oh, cripes. Where are we gone? Right, so Kath is saying, hey, I never pretended or even claimed to be a good girl. If people assume I am based on how I look, then that's on them. Oh, laugh out loud, she says, Lacey. Yeah, Lacey, hooray for character or Chandler. I don't know. My eyesight's going funky, and I've got my new dodgy glasses on. Jamie is saying, I think YouTube has been a little bit more relaxed about the swearing, but it's a good manners and more classy if you don't. Yeah, I try my hardest not to drop the F-bombs. Not only that as well, some of the no, I can't even pronounce the proper word, but basically some of the terms that I use that are local to either where I grew up or where I now live, sort of little phrases and things, can be taken the wrong way. So if I do ever come out with something that you're like, what did she say there? Just ask and I'll explain, because I'd normally use sort of slang and things. I don't always realise I'm doing it, but I'd rather be me than come across as being a posh snooty toad. It doesn't last long. I tried it when I first started the channel. What was it, 3 videos I got in before I went, forget this, I'll be me and that'll be that. And the hair got tied back and there was no more makeup. It was just, let's just be me. So yeah, brain's gone now. But yeah, just basically ask if I say anything that's a bit untoward. But Kath knows what I'm like offline. I've got the and so does Ursula. They both know I've got a very dirty, sick, twisted mind. I'm an ex-care assistant. You needed it. And where are we gone? Not only that, Jamie, I also make sure that all my videos are set to adult-only content, so it wouldn't go on the children's channel or anything like that. But I don't know. I just try not to risk it. Dropping 1 or 2 might not be too bad. Kath has said, phew, she's got released from a cat prison. She's been there for 2. I can tell you she's been there for at least 2 hours. Quick, go to the loo, girl. Yes, Jamie, she had well, the cat wasn't on her lap. The cat pinned her down on her chest. Oh, Ursula is saying she thinks winter is officially where she is. It's so cold, single-digit Celsius, low 40s Fahrenheit. Okay, what are we on? We've got 90 Celsius, 19 today. But that temperature you've got there, that's our normal summer weather here in the UK. Okay, Mrs. C is heading out now. She says she needs to go, sweet pea. I have things to box up for Friday mailings. I love you. A big hugs to you too, darling. And thank you very much for joining me today. And I will see you soon. Oh, also, I will email you the information for that package so you can keep an eye as well. You didn't know it was coming. You didn't ask for it. And I'm an evil, sadistic toe rag. That's all. That's all you're getting, apart from, of course, the number so you can follow it with me and we can see where it is. Gary's saying, laugh out loud. No, Jamie, on my chest, shoulders, face, laugh out loud. I was laying down. All right. Yeah, as I said, I've got a really cool picture, but I'm not going to share that. I'm not that evil to Kath. Unless she tells me to, and then I'll pull it up and you'll see it within 3 seconds flat. He's yeah. Kath is saying, and he's a Mancoon. So that's a lot of cat. Every time I see her cat, it reminds me of Pipsqueak, my one that got squished by a car. I see him and I'm like, oh, I just want to scrub him up. Mine was had a look of a Mancoon, but wasn't as big as a proper Mancoon. Okay, so Ursula is saying tonight on Linda's live, you'll see that she looks like an Eskimo. They don't have double glazing windows and whatnot, so we have to dress warm. Oh, I'll be over. That is, I believe, 5 PM UK time is Linda's live today. Ursula will correct me if I'm wrong, and hopefully she'll be able to tell me what time it is in other countries. Or another way of putting it is, it's in two and a bit hours time. 2 and a bit hours from the live today, from this live. Sounds good. Loves Christmas, says Mrs. C. And V is still here cooking a breakfast now. Or what have you got for brekkie, girl? And do I need to jump on a plane and come over? Kat is actually saying she doesn't mind. I can show them. Are you really sure? Because it is evil and sadistic, and it will be shown forever and ever. Forever and ever it will. Forever and ever. Where are we going? Okay, so Ursula is saying it's 6 PM UK time, 7 PM her time, 1 PM Eastern time, and I got it wrong. I'd have made you wait an hour. Oi! I did try, as you all know. I'm very trying. Okay, so let's see. Where is that cute cat? Okay. I'm ready. He hasn't got his face pointing the right way, but look how cute. And that is how she's been stuck watching this live. It's proper squished by the kitten. I call him a kitten, but he isn't. He's a full-grown adult now, isn't he, darling? There you go. That's it. Otherwise, she'll tell me off for leaving it there. It'll be like, it's not your screensaver, woman. Oh, okay. So Ursula was saying that Linda moved her live stream at a time. I was right, but she moved it. Yes. It's nice to get things right for a change. It makes it's a miracle with me and my brain cell. Right, okay, what are we on? Right, I'm actually getting to the point now where I'm starting to get tired and my brain is really starting to shut down. So I'm going to start saying my goodbyes. Thank you ever so much, everybody that has been on the live today. You've been great fun and it has been lovely spending time with you again. And I tell you what, I have really, really missed it. And thank you again, of course, to all of my channel members and channel subscribers, and I'm going to catch you all again really, really soon. So please remember, stay chilled, stay happy, and keep crafting. Goodbye, everybody. Now, where is that button gone?